And we talked about it in sectional number 61. It's a great matchup, again, between Orleans and Northeast Du Bois. Trinity Lutheran's had a nice year to this point. But, you look at those sectionals, some of those sectionals, somebody steps up. Someone in these ones that are more balanced and don't have as many ranked teams, it's always something of a wild card, if you will.
Well, and clearly this is a case in the Orleans Northeast Du Bois case. They don't play to the semifinal round, so they've got extra time to prepare while those other teams are battling it out and maybe even gaining some momentum. So whoever makes the final may feel good about themselves, even though on paper they don't won't be quite as strong.
Sectional 62 at Borden. Borden ranked number 11, but Christian Academy, Lanesville, Rock Creek Christian with winning records. We talked about the matchup at sectional 63. It could very well be a North Davies Bar Reeve matchup in the semifinals on Friday night. And if, in fact, that's the case, that would be a crazy one. And Tecumseh, Kevin Oxley and his guys, talk about a run. They've won 9 in a row, and the way things look right now, on paper, they could possibly get number 10.
I'd say they have a real good chance at number 10 there. Wood Memorial is probably the second strongest team in the group. They've got, the preparation time to focus on that game. Noting the score you noted earlier, it was a pretty sizable win earlier, so you have to give them a strong favorites role in that game. And the rest of the tournament, it would appear that they're going to get number 10 in a row.
We want to thank our affiliates along the way in terms of the IHSAA Methodist Sports Medicine Championship Radio Network, and we certainly appreciate those stations joining us. And if you're on IHSAsports.org, we encourage you to join us coming up Saturday the 23rd. Boys Swimming Championships begin at 1 o'clock. We encourage you also to check out the archives for the great wrestling action that took place at Conseco Fieldhouse, and team wrestling will be coming up on the 23rd. So great sources for all of your IHSAA championship needs. We're going to come back and talk about 2A North pairings. You're listening to the Indiana High School Boys Basketball Tournament Pairing Show on the IHSAA Methodist Sports Medicine Championship Radio Network, brought to you in part by Methodist Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the IHSAA. Welcome back, everyone. We are live downtown Indianapolis in the Emmis Communications Building, Monument Circle in the southwest quadrant of the Monument Circle area. We encourage you to join us. Come down and watch us as we present the pairings for the 2008 IHSAA Boys Basketball Tournament. Bob Lovell from Indiana Sports Talk on Network Indiana, and my good friend Pat McKee from the Indianapolis Star. We go now to the 2A North pairing, sectional number 33 at Hanover Central. On Tuesday night, Lake Station Edison takes on number 8, Hammond Bishop Knoll. Knoll beat Lake Station Edison twice, 76-48 on December the 15th and 63-44 on January the 16th. The winner of that game plays Wheeler in the second game on Friday night. Game number 1 Friday night at Hanover Central features River Forest and Hanover Central. At sectional number 34 at Culver Community, on Tuesday night, game number 1, North Newton plays Winnemac, followed by North Judson and Culver Community. Those winners will play in game 1 on Friday, followed by Boone Grove and Hebron. Sectional number 35 at Westview. On Tuesday night, number 11, Jimtown plays Fairfield. Jimtown beat Fairfield 37-20 on December the 29th. The winner of that game plays Lovell in the second game of the semifinals on Friday night. Game number 1 of the semis at Westview on Friday, Bremen taking on number 2, Westview. At sectional number 36 at Garrett, Fremont plays Garrett in game number 1 on Tuesday night, followed by the East Side Central Noble matchup. Those winners play game 1 on Friday. Churubusco will play Prairie Heights in the second semifinal game on Friday night. At sectional number 37, this one at Fountain Central. On Tuesday night, the host, Fountain Central, takes on Clinton Central. The winner of that game will play number 13, Seeger, second game on Friday night. Seeger beat both Clinton Central and Fountain Central earlier in the year. Game number 1 of the semifinals at Fountain Central on Friday features Delphi and Carroll LaFleur. At sectional number 38 at Woodland, on Tuesday night, Adams Central takes on number 1, Bluffton. Bluffton won at Adams Central 45-32 on January the 18th. The winner of that game will play South Adams in the second game Friday night. And the first semifinal matchup Friday night at Woodland features number 4, Fort Wayne Bishop Lures taking on Woodland. Sectional number 39, this matchup at Lewis Cass. Manchester plays Wabash in game number 1, followed by Cass and Southwood, game number 2 on Tuesday night. Those winners will play Friday in game number 1 of the semifinals, followed by Northfield and number 14, North Miami. North Miami won at Northfield in a close one, 67-65 on January the 11th. And at sectional number 40, Tipton is the host. Tuesday night, Guerin Catholic, number 9, taking on Madison Grant. On Wednesday night, game number 1, number 3, Tipton plays Eastern of Greentown. Tipton beat Eastern 67-37 on the 26th of January. Game number 2 on Wednesday features Sheridan and Taylor. Friday night, Oak Hill, ranked number 7, will play the winner of the Guerin Catholic Madison Grant game in the semifinal. The first semifinal game on Friday night. Oak Hill beat Madison Grant twice and did not play Guerin Catholic. Pat McKee, pretty interesting matchups. Let's stay right there if we can in sectional number 40. One of those 3 ranked team sectionals with Guerin Catholic number 9, Tipton number 3, Oak Hill number 7. Neither one of them play one another in the opening round. However, you have a possible Guerin Catholic-Oak Hill matchup on Friday night if the seeds hold true.
Right, and, if I'm Tipton, I'm loving it to let those two battle each other out, and I don't have to play them both.
Right.
And, I'm going to do the best I can in the lower half of this bracket and get there on Saturday and hopefully be ready to go.
Well, it's also a situation where the draw does have a lot to do with it. Let's go to sectional number 35. You have the potential of a Jimtown-Westview matchup in the championship game. They're bracketed in opposite brackets. Westview number 2, Jimtown number 11. And people obviously think a lot about Jimtown in football, but Randy Deshawn has done a great job with his basketball team and having gotten to the tournament before.
Well, they've had good success the last several years. Westview also has had some tournament success over the years, and this year seems to really be on top of its game with Justin Yoder and an 18-1 record. Looks like a great tournament there.
Pat, when you also you begin to look, I'm especially intrigued in sectional 38, the number 1 team in 2A, Bluffton taking on Adams Central on Tuesday night. It's that classic, got to win 3 to win the championship. Fort Wayne Bishop Lures, ranked number 4, plays Woodland on Friday night. Only has to win 2. We see this over and over, repeated throughout the tournament, but those are 2 very good basketball teams.
Well, I find that to be one of the most intriguing setups in the 2A North. Bluffton is ranked number 1, as you noted. Fort Wayne Lures is ranked 4, but in the Sagarin ratings, Lures is rated ahead of Bluffton.
Mm-hmm.
That, and they add the fact that Lures last year was a 3A team and a sectional champion, moving down into 2A, and a player named Deshaun Thomas,
right,
who's considered as good as any by many in the state. It really makes for an interesting set of circumstances there.
Pat McKee and I will come back and bring you the 2A South matchups. We're right near the halfway point. We're glad you're with us. Encourage you to join us not only on the radio network, the IHSAA Methodist Sports Medicine Championship Radio Network, and we appreciate you joining us, too, on IHSAsports.org. You can be here in person to watch the proceedings. We'll come back and talk more IHSAA basketball. We'll be back with more of the tournament pairings. We're broadcasting live from the IHSAsports.org headquarters in downtown Indianapolis. You're listening to the IHSAA Methodist Sports Medicine Championship Radio Network. Welcome back, everyone, to the IHSAA Boys Basketball Tournament Pairing Show. I'm Bob Lovell, joined by Pat McKee from the Indianapolis Star. We now turn our attention to the 2A South pairings. We start with sectional number 41 at Alexandria on Tuesday night. Muncie Burris plays Wapahani. Wednesday night, game number 1, Alexandria playing LaPel. And the second game of the night, 2007 runner-up, ranked number 6 currently, Winchester plays Frankton. Elwood will play the first game on Friday night in the semifinals. They'll take on the Muncie Burris Wapahani winner.